Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man as voted by Love My Toe. Happy birthday. Shout out to, who do we have in here live today? We have Tuesday, Day. Wednesday, Mumbo, Jumbo, Mr. Jesus, iBook Boy Cam, 702 Day, Donna Swad, DePaul, Miranda, Day, Dingo, Donger, Doodle, Love My Toe, Donger, Vintage Lizzie, Late Bloomer, and maybe a couple of lurkers. Today is Friday. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. The time right now is 3:49, which means we're 19 minutes late. But that doesn't matter because we might have a short podcast anyways. It was an eventful week, but nothing exciting to talk about, except something happened that almost changed the face of our country forever. I ate some hot sauce. No, I'm joking. Donald Trump got shot in the ear or something. We're not going to talk much about that. My only concern about that is, why do we have no information about this? It's been like 5 days. This guy gets shot in the ear. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's fake. We have no information on the shooter other than he was just some nerdy dude. We don't know any of the information. Apparently he's on the roof for a minute. There's a guy in the fucking bushes. Code blue, blue 42. Like, it's hard to understand what's going on there. But Donathan Tello, Raphael, and Master Splinter all need to resign their motherfucking Secret Service security. Listen, I did security for 2-3 years of my life, something like that. And I was a gate guard. And one time I had this bitch. She parked her car in front of my gate. I said, oh, hell no. I said, ma'am, you can't park here. You're going to cause a car accident. She said, zzz. I said, ma'am, you're not going to put your finger in my face. You're going to cause a car accident. She went, zzz. I said, I'm calling the police. She's like, wait a minute. I'm like, no. Then I gave her the calling the police. Police are coming right now, lady. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to watch a giant car accident because you're too fucking stupid to drive while talking on the phone. I know, it's illegal. Just do it. You park in the middle of the fucking street and a car tries to turn right into my little gate area, and then they hit the back of your car, and then all the cars on that street that are going 50 miles per hour, they all explode together because of zzz. What I'm saying is, I solved the problem of the serial parkist. The parker, I solved that problem faster than the Secret Service solved a potential murderer. Like, I solved the threat faster. So that was a little bit concerning. More exciting news. All day, politics has been on TV, the convention or whatever, and they have all these speakers. Who knows who they are? Just randomly walking up, talking about whatever the fuck they want to talk about. But they got like senators, and they got like celebrities. They got Donald Trump himself. They got his granddaughter. And then out of nowhere, Hulk Hogan walks up. He's using the word Trumpomania, and then Hulk Hogan rips off his shirt and he goes, the power of Trumpomania, brother. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of hyped that Hulk Hogan's on TV, but then I'm also like, man, what? Last time I seen you in the news, didn't you just say the N-word multiple times? Who invited you? This is the worst celebrity ever. This is the worst celebrity. The last time I heard your name, you were saying the N-word. Okay. If you guys haven't seen that, I was gonna watch it on stream last night, but I forgot. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, we stream here on Twitch. We stream on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you have a Twitch account, come check it out. I want to figure out how to stream on Twitch and Kick and TikTok. I want to figure out how to do that all at the same time. It can't be that hard, but I haven't yet figured it out. But if I can figure that out and have all the chat rooms combined to where people can still leave like funny emotes and play sound alerts and shit, we'll definitely have to do something like that. Because I watch these guys who have like a medium to small audience on Twitch, and they're like, yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch and Kick and fucking Facebook and TikTok and whatever. And they're like, thanks for the rose. And I'm like, rose? Is that like money? And they're like, yeah, people are giving me money. I'm like, bro, you got 4 viewers. Who's giving you money? And I don't know. Some kid on TikTok, I guess, is just giving away money. So I don't know exactly how that works, but if they're just giving away money, that's all I do is beg for money on here. So eventually we'll figure that out. But yeah, check me out on Twitch if you haven't already. We watch skate videos and things like that. Speaking of videos, the other day, Saturday, it's me sitting alone, eating a burrito, watching UFC. My buddy T came over, invited some friends over. Nobody stayed. It ended up being just me and T. UFC ends. He goes, all right, man, I'm going to go to this music video shoot. I said, you want to go to the bar instead? He's like, nah, going to this music video thing. And I was like, well, I'm too drunk, man. I can't go. And he goes, I'll drive you. And I said, well, they probably don't want me over there. I'm pretty drunk already. Like, he goes, nah, jump in the car. We go over there. I cruise over all sloppy and shitty. First thing I say is like, oh, like, does anybody here have any beer? There's like 20 or 30 people. I see some of my friends that I know of. I see Trade Voorhees. I see some other, just guys I've known through skating and living here. You know, I grew up here in Las Vegas. So I see some buddies. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not alone. I got my friend Leroy here. I got Trade. I got T. I got Troy. Got a couple of other buddies. I said, hold on, guys. I know we're about to shoot a music video. I don't really want to be a part of it. I didn't come dressed for hip hop right now, but I'm going to go grab some beer. I said, where's the nearest store? They said, right over there. It's a Korean market. I said, oh, I don't speak Korean. They say, you don't need to. You can't afford it. Just go over there and figure it out. So I went over there, went into the Korean market, walked around. I went to the left side because I thought that's where all the beer would be. I saw some wine over there. I ended up in the grocery section where all like the cold shit is. And I went to the back. I seen some live crabs, live lobsters, some type of snake, just some water snake just in there. They're just selling live animals. So when I go to Walmart and when I go to Kroger and when I go to the Mexican market, no live animals. They do have a big window. You can see them chopping up pigs and beef. You can see them chopping and grinding and sawing. So you're like, oh, this must be fresh. There's people in there like actually doing labor, like ripping an animal in half. That's kind of cool. But in the Korean market, no, it was might as well have been a PetSmart. They had cute little crabs over here, a lobster just smiling at me saying, hey, Steve. I said, konnichiwa, you little lobster. And then he said, that's not Korean, that's Japanese. And I said, fuck you, bitch. I hope you fucking burn to death in this bitch. And I kept walking. And then I asked the butchers where the beer was, but they only spoke Spanish. So eventually I found somebody to show me where the beer was, and I got a discount on Sapporo. Apparently the PBR is extra at the Korean marketplace, and if you wanted like a Corona or Modelo, it's like $2 a beer. So I got some Sapporo, 12 pack for $12. Not a great deal, but not a bad deal. Walk that shit back over there to the music video. I get to the music video, they're already shooting. I'm like, all right, who needs a beer? Who needs a beer? We're fucking doing a music video, right? Surprising to me how many hip-hop fans are straight edge these days. I thought it was all about guns and drugs and bitches. Got a bunch of, it's first off, nothing but dudes. First off, music video, nothing but dudes. Second off, I'm trying to give away free beer. These guys are like, nah, we don't need a beer right now. No, I stopped drinking. I said, wait, whoa. One guy said, it's past my bedtime. I got to work tomorrow. I said, oh my God, I didn't know everyone had a sore vagina today. If I would have known that, I would have grabbed some tampons at the Korean market, which are probably located next to the lobsters. I came back, I would have solved everybody's problem. But we started shooting the music video, and they're like, hey, just vibe. And I'm like, bro, I don't know how to vibe. Like, I can smile, and I can like nod my head a little bit. I don't know how to vibe. Motherfuckers are just like this. I'm like, dude, when I do it, it looks like the way, listen, when I nod my head like this, it looks exactly in real life how it looks on screen. It looks wrong. If you see me doing that in a music video, you change the channel. You go, who the fuck is that guy? It's the more I try to blend in, the more I look like I don't belong. So eventually I went around to the back of the camera, and I was like, I can't be a part of this. I look weird. I'm laughing too much. I'm way drunker than anyone else here. I don't know why we're making a music video. The building behind us just had a bunch of like symbols on it. I only found out a week later that we were filming a hip hop video about Northtown, but we were filming it in Chinatown in front of a Asian car lounge. What is that? A car lounge. Yeah, you bring your nice car and then you go inside and you sit on a couch and drink. A car lounge. So basically you go in there, you instead of having regular parking spots, you just park in the middle of everything. And as you're drinking your beer, you look down at the cars and you go, look at our cars. Time to lounge. And then you cheers and you go, damn, dude, look at your car. And you go, yeah, that's mine. Which one's yours? And you go, that's my car. And then you say, damn, let's lounge. And then you just start lounging. I don't know what the fuck I was doing making a music video there, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait for the video to come out because you guys are going to see how absolutely awkward I look. And that's going to be my favorite part. So that's what was going on, dude. It was fun. I got to see my first Korean market. Also, Korean market, I walked down there. I said, oh my God, oh my goodness, oh my damn. They had a whole aisle. I'm not saying a half of an aisle. I'm saying you walk, listen, 50 feet, an aisle. Everything on your left and everything on your right, as far as the eye can see, ramen, dried ramen, everything. On the left, on the right, multiple languages, all type of chicken scratch all across the labels. They had red ones, yellow ones, green ones, blue ones, black ones. They had a ramen for everybody. And I didn't have time because I was trying to get back to the music video. But there was so many. How could you ever choose? You know, I've always heard, I watch a lot of cooking shows here on Twitch. You guys know. We probably honestly watch 8 to 10 hours of cooking shows every week. Here on Twitch, I would say like on Sunday and Monday, we probably watch 4 hours of cooking because that's when all the good ones come out. So they've hyped me up, right? I've been given the debrief on what to do at the Korean store. They say, oh, if you have any questions, just ask somebody. First off, if I ask anyone a question about ramen, they're not even gonna know what to do. There's 700,000 ramens here. Like I don't know if they're organized. I don't even know how to find the one I'm looking for. Would I just say spicy? And I'm like, oh, spicy. That's the next 3 aisles left. The next 400,000 ramens to my left, those are spicy. The ones to my right, savory. The ones behind me, sweet. And the ones on the roof where you have to climb up to those are the dangerous ones. So anyways, yeah, so it was overwhelming. I can't wait to go back. I'm going to go back when I have some time. I got time today. Whenever I go back over there, I'll be ready. I'll be prepared because I wasn't prepared. So today's Friday. I uploaded a video today of me setting up my new skateboard. Big fan of setting up a new skateboard. I haven't had a new skateboard deck for 15 months, which to some of you would be surprising. But then again, if you think about it, I only skateboard once a week, 1 day a week. So that's 52 times a year. And when I do skate, I'm usually skating on a skate park or I'm skating my ramp in my backyard, both of which are sort of low impact skating. I'm not gonna chip the nose. I'm not gonna break the skateboard from landing on it too hard. I'm not jumping down rails or stairs. So the skateboards last a long time. In fact, that skateboard, the day I got it, I dropped it into a swimming pool of water. Before I even did a single kickflip, I dropped in, I hit a fucking rock, my skateboard flew off, it went up a ramp and fell into a swimming pool in one of my friend's backyards. So that also would explain why it's been 15 months ago, because in the summertime, when these skateboarders who have like skateboarding backyards, they have swimming pools, they skate the swimming pool during winter, and then when summer comes, they fill it with water. So the last time I had a new skateboard, my skateboard fell into the water 15 months ago. Anyways, the skateboard's dope. I did a setup video where I filmed myself setting up the skateboard, and in the middle of the setup video, I answer questions that I got from Instagram. And one of the questions was, why don't you have any tattoos on your arms? Why do you only have tattoos on like the rest of your body? And I was like, oh, no reason. There's no reason. But I do get this cool feeling about myself, this narcissistic, weird, cool, like gotcha feeling when I'm in this situation. When I'm at a bar or out with some friends and I see somebody with some cool ass tattoos on their arm, I say, oh man, those are some really cool tattoos. Like, oh, what is that? That's some type of medallion or something. Oh, what do those words say? Oh man, that's cool. Whoever did that did a great job. Did you get that done in Las Vegas? You know, just like a conversation starter. And once in a while, like I would say 1 out of every like 30 or 40 or 50 people, they become snobby about it. Because, I don't know, some people are just snobby or maybe they're drunk or something. And they're like, yeah, I have tattoos. Like, well, what do you know about it? You don't have any. You couldn't handle tattoos. And I'm like, oh, I have this moment where I go, oh man, I was waiting for this. This guy just doubted my tattooism. And I go, oh, well, I just have the worst parts of my body done. The more painful parts, not just the arms. You have any tattoos like they're not made for showing off? And they're like, oh, damn, you have tattoos? And then they change their like, they're being passive aggressive, and then they become nice, and you're like, I caught your ass. They go, oh, you have tattoos? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, now I will accept your compliment. Like, wait a minute. I was making a compliment earlier, and you were like looking down on me, but now my compliment is valid? You're lame. So I thought of that, and I could relate that to my Instagram, Steve Hates Skating, because all I do on that Instagram is I talk shit about people, kind of, right? I'm very negative. I say this skateboarder sucks at kickflips. This guy dragged his toe. This guy has no control. This guy didn't even land this trick. This guy did a handrail, but he faked it because he wrapped the handrail in yoga mats. So his trucks didn't even actually touch the rail. He grinded a yoga mat that was near the rail. And it's a lot of negativity. And then, of course, you get people on there that go, you're not allowed to talk shit on skating because you don't skate. And I say, okay, even if I didn't skate, did that skateboarder's heel drag the ground, and did both of his hands touch the ground? Because even if I don't skate, his hands still touch the ground, which makes the trick sloppy. And they go, you're not allowed to know that unless you skate. And I say, wait a minute. My skating skills will not affect that pro skater being bad at that kickflip. Even if I'm the greatest skateboarder in the world or the worst skateboarder in the world, it doesn't change the fact that his hand touched the ground. And they go, well, you don't skate, so you're not allowed to know. And I go, oh, I don't skate? I don't have a YouTube channel with a bunch of skateboarding on it? Are you sure about that? And then they go and look at it and they go, oh, never mind. I didn't know that you actually skated like pretty good. Well, now you're allowed to have an opinion. And I go, oh, I'm allowed? I thought skating had no rules. I thought there was no rules in skating. Now that I passed the test, I'm now qualified to know if a hand touched the ground? Okay, skateboarders, way to go. Skateboard, there's no rules, but I have to be qualified. I have to take a 3-hour class on proving that I can skateboard, and then I'm allowed to observe if hand touched ground. I'm glad. I'm glad skateboarding is basically just going backwards as far as progression. The reason skateboarders aren't getting better, like the general skill level, is because when a skateboarder used to suck, somebody would come up, usually one of their friends would come up and say, hey, that kickflip you did was really shitty. You should do a better one. And then they would go, oh, okay, I'll try and do a better one. And then they do a better one. And then the person comes up and says, hey, that kickflip that you did before was bad. The one you just now did, it's good. You're getting better. And then they apply that to all skateboarding tricks. And then together, a group of skateboarders gets better and better and better and better. But what we have right now is a bunch of people that barely skate at all, fumbling across, barely being able to kickflip, and everyone around them goes, well, you did it at least. Maybe your hand touched and your heel dragged, and it was very sloppy, and it bounced across the ground, and it was maybe like 90% luck, but you did it. You're the greatest. Yay! Yay! No need to ever get better now because you're already the best. You're the greatest. Yay! He kind of kickflipped. Yay! I hope you guys can understand how one of those would motivate an entire group of skaters to get better, and one of those situations would motivate everyone to just sit there jacking each other off about how decent they are, rather than ever progressing to, I don't know, a varial flip, a tray flip, a handrail, a switch flip, you know, anything. There's basically in skateboarding now, if you show up, if you participate, you're in. You're in. Skate parks used to have this hazing where we had to make sure that you weren't going to be a snitch, make sure that you weren't going to be a bitch, make sure that you could handle everyone's personalities, make sure that if we get kicked out of a skate spot, you're not going to be the guy that goes, well, I'm going to sue you. Doing that type of stuff back in the day would get you kind of kicked out of the skate group. Nowadays, you get praised, and you can even become a pro skater with that mentality. So things have changed, but that's okay. So the other day, I tried a new hot sauce. I was in the Mexican market. They have a higher selection of Yucateca sauces. The Yucateca Extra Hot is my favorite hot sauce to put on a quesadilla. It's kind of yellow. It's like medium spicy, maybe like a little between medium and hot spicy if you're not like a spice person. So I think it's a really good sauce. So I noticed as I was walking through that they had some new flavors. They had like a mango one I hadn't seen before, but then it caught my eye. The habanero ghost pepper Yucateca. I said, holy macaroni, they finally done transcended into the next world of hot sauce. No longer are they like a mild hot sauce. They're actually gonna try and bring the heat. So I bought it. It was like $3, whatever, small little 6-ounce bottle, whatever. I buy it. I try it. I put a little bit on my like palm here. I lick it. I go, oh man, it's a little too sweet for me. I look at the ingredients. The third ingredient is cane sugar. I'm like, okay, way too much sugar. I try another one. I'm like, I'll try it twice. Try it again. I go, that's a little bit sweet. Later in the day, I'm like, maybe I can put it on ramen, you know, to kind of add that soy sauce kind of taste, a little sweetness, a little bit of salty, a little bit of spice. Throw that in there, eat some more. And I go, you know what? The sauce is not bad, but it's not good. It's a very mid-tier sauce, in my opinion, because I prefer the sauce to be more salty, not so much sweet. And this sauce is very sweet off the jump. I also noticed, as I was reading through the ingredients, that it said ghost pepper extract. And I remembered reading that, and I said, oh, okay, well, whatever. You know, a lot of these companies that make big batches, you know, the Walmart brands, you know, they got to use extract here and there. Not a big deal. Just don't use too much. So anyways, 5 hours later, I'm on the toilet shitting my brains out, bending down with immense stomach pain. The cramp is going through my intestines, and every time it moves through my intestines, I have to bend down and curl up like a little fetus. I have to curl up and go, ugh. I'm in my bathroom, literally groaning, going, ugh. Oh. Oh. So it was timed. There was a timed shittage. It's basically, I think they have that with earthquakes. I think you get like the before shock, and then you get aftershock. I was kind of what I was doing, except I was on the toilet and I was Japan. My butthole was Japan, and the hot sauce was the tsunami, and it was just fucking my shit up. So basically, I'm gonna try to avoid that sauce. But I've been two things. It could have been something else, right? I also tried a new Mexican restaurant, and I ate their food. It was buy one get one free, and I had a 40% off coupon. So I had enough Mexican food for like a family of 6, and I ate it all over the course of 2 days. It could have also been that, but the stomach pain, I feel like, was surely the caused by the Yucateca habanero and ghost pepper. So if you guys see that in the store, don't buy it yet. Let me do the second. I'm gonna try it again on probably Saturday so that I can save my stomach pains for church. I'm gonna try it again on a day where I don't have anything important to do, and then I'll find out what was the cause. Because I'm a scientist. Deep down at heart, I like to do experiments. Okay? If I can be, speaking of church, if I can be the Jesus, if I can be the martyr of the people and if I can find out what's causing this pain by experimenting on myself and save you guys the trouble, then God damn it, I'm the man for the job. Okay, I'll let you guys know on that. Don't buy it just yet. That's all the topics I have. I have been watching a bit of Netflix. I know it's a little bit of a short podcast. Don't worry, if you guys are looking for Netflix shows, stay tuned. I started a series called Godless. If you guys are a fan of like Westerns, like I'm a big fan of Tombstone. I guess Tombstone would be called like a modern Western, even though that was the 90s. I know a lot of people wouldn't consider the 90s modern, but as far as like modern Western movies, I would say Tombstone is somewhat modern. A movie about like cowboys and gunslinging and draw your gun, and I'll get you, and Billy the Kid will shoot your dick off. You know, things like that. The show is like that. It's about 8 hours long. It's kind of like Tombstone as far as, you know, they're all in the middle of the desert. They're all riding horses. They're all shooting each other. A couple of problems I had with it. It's very slow. The whole show is like 8 episodes. Each episode's an hour, so it's about an 8-hour show. For it to be that slow, you would hope there's more dialogue and less zooming in on the campfire while a guy eats beans. You know, there's a lot of like just dead space in the movie to stretch it out. Wasn't a fan of that. Also, all the women in the movie look the same to me. Like in a new age movie, there's like the blonde chick, the brunette chick, the black hair chick, the chick with the big tits, the skinny chick. In this movie, they all look the same, and you can't even see their tits because they're all wearing 8 layers of clothing, because that's what chicks wore back in the Western times. So every time there's a chick on screen, I'm like, I don't know which chick this is. They all look exactly the same to me. None of them have an accent. They all talk the exact same accent. Well, what you doing over yonder? And I'm like, dude, and they're like, one of them's a lesbian, and you can tell which one that is. One of them plays the part of a lesbian, but all the other chicks look exactly the same. I couldn't figure out, like, one chick's like laying down with like this Indian guy, and then there's another chick who's the husband of the sheriff, and then there's another chick who runs like the whorehouse. I'm like, which one is which? You all look exactly the same. Talk the same, look the same. So that was another problem I had with the show. But maybe you guys are better. You know, also I watch the show, I drink a beer, I smoke some weed. Maybe that's why I can't differentiate who is who. On that note, some of the dudes look the same. You know, you got a cowboy hat and you're wearing cowboy outfits, you're on a horse, and everybody has a mustache, and everyone has the same style mustache. Like, everyone kind of looks the same, except for the one gay dude. I'm kidding. I don't think there was a gay dude in this show, which actually pisses me off. I saw Brokeback Mountain. I know there's at least one of you motherfuckers. There's one in every bunch. Yeah, we call him the funky boy. Back over there, that's Jake. He's the funky boy. He rides in the front. You can't trust him behind you. Okay. Enough about Godless. The show is good. If you guys want to watch it, go check it out. Go check it out. Last night I was just flipping through channels. I found a show called Exploding Kittens. It's not what you think. It's a cartoon where I guess it's an animated cartoon. Well, obviously animated. What am I, fucking stupid? It's an animated show, a cartoon, the best cartoon, one of my favorite cartoons. I barely clicked it, just randomly. It's about, I guess, God, like the actual God, like Jesus, God gets sent down to Earth as a cat but then they take away all of his powers, and he has to make humans' lives better to prove that he can go back to being God or something like that. But he's just a cat that can talk like a meow, like a meowing cat. And then I guess Satan also gets sent from hell, and the only way Satan can get back to hell is if he messes up a bunch of people's lives, but he's also a cat, like meow. So God and Satan are cats, and they're battling each other, trying to take over humans. And it's kind of a cool idea. Do you guys remember that show called like 100 Good Deeds for Eddie McDowd? I might be saying the name wrong. It was like a Disney Channel show, or maybe Nickelodeon, where this guy was like a bully, and then they turned him into a dog. I think they turned him into like a talking dog, and he had to do good deeds. And then if he did enough good deeds, he turned back into a bully or so. Bitch, I don't remember the fucking show. Basically, this new cartoon took that whole idea. It's probably an idea that's been done, thousands of times over. But I thought it was good, kind of funny. If you guys are into cats or into cartoons, definitely check out Exploding Kittens. My name is Earl. What's that other one? There was another one with some guy that just wore a dog outfit, but when people looked at him, he was a dog. What was that shit called? I think he had an English accent. Like they looked at him and they saw a dog, but he was in like an actual like mascot dog outfit, and he could talk to his roommate or something like that. I don't remember what that was. There was one more show. Wilfred, that's what it was, Wilfred. Oh, I found out, I don't know if this is new news or if it's old news, because my Netflix forgot my name and it forgot what I was trying to watch, so it doesn't alert me when new shit comes out. New season of Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is like, remember Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2, in the 80s, and then Karate Kid in the 90s, and then Will Smith got involved and fucked everything up. This is a cool show, and they remade it to where all the guys from the Karate Kid, literally every single character, is old now, and they use the same actors, and it's very corny, and it's very woke, but I love it. It's so corny, and the music, they use music from the 80s. It's absolutely, it's great, dude. It's great. Cobra Kai. New Cobra Kai is out. I've only watched 1.5 episodes. The dialogue is terrible. The acting is terrible. Like who cares? Who cares? I'm watching for nostalgia. Okay? If you're watching and you're not a Karate Kid fan, if you have no nostalgia, the show is going to be a 4 out of 10. At best, it's a 4 out of 10. Me? I love the nostalgia. For me, it's 8.5 out of 10 all day. Easy. Even with all the complaints. So that's my opinion. Let's do a trivia question. Would you guys like to win a prize? I would love to win a prize. Well, I'm giving away free Ninja Lifestyle stickers as long as you live in America. All you have to do is answer this question correctly. What president was assassinated while riding in a presidential motorcade through Daley Plaza in Dallas, Texas on November 22nd, 1963? He was in the vehicle with his wife, Jacqueline, Texas Governor John Connally, and Connally's wife, Nellie, when he was fatally shot from the nearby Texas School Book Depository by former U.S. Marine Lee Harvey Oswald. Who did that? Love My Toe says Kennedy, and D-Trick also says Kennedy. I'm going to give it to D-Trick. Love My Toe, you also get stickers if I haven't sent them already, but I think you won last week, so you get a win, a free sticker pack too, but we're doing a double sticker pack this week. D-Trick, you are also the winner. Send me your guys' addresses. Make sure that it's the correct address. I know some of you guys be writing them down wrong. Not me. Some of you guys write the address down wrong. And if you get a letter from Logan Paul, just know it might be stickers. Who knows? So anyway, send me your guys' information after the podcast, and I will get those stickers to you directly. That's all I have for the podcast today. Can I get a hell yeah from everybody who is still in the chat? If you tuned in late, don't worry. The repeat of this podcast comes out on Sunday on iTunes, on Podbean, on YouTube, on Spotify, on podcast app, everywhere where you can find podcasts. You can find me. Just type in Stop Crying Poser. Extra big shout out to iBook Boy, who donated 1,000 bits, and another big shout out to Mr. Jesus, who also donated 1,050 bits to the podcast. Your support means everything to me. Now I can go buy skateboard wheels. I can buy a beer. I can go hang out with my friends and get quarters and play a game of pool tonight because I deserve to have a fun night. I do all this entertaining, you guys. I uploaded 7 videos this week. You don't have to donate money. It's fine. I understand. It's a tough economy right now. But what you can do is show your support by telling a friend about the podcast. And if you have iTunes, go onto the iTunes website or Podbean or Spotify. Go onto those websites and give my podcast a 5 out of 5 and write a little review and say, this podcast is awesome. And while you're doing that, tell your friends about the podcast because I think it's pretty entertaining. I tried to watch a podcast the other day. I tried to watch a new one. It was just 2 fucking skaters fumbling around, like whispering at each other, like, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. We should call this podcast We Don't Know What to Talk About podcast. LOL. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? At least have a notepad. Jesus. At least try to be entertaining. I get a lot of people on my comments now. They say, why are you yelling so much? I'm like, because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. And it transcends through the camera. And you see the passion in this guy. Everyone else is just falling asleep, bored to death. They can't wait for their fucking job to be over. Not here. Not here. Anyways, let me get a hell yeah. Let me shout out you guys. I think I forgot to shout out the hell yes. We got Day-Day, D-Trick, Day-Day, Late Bloomer, Cam702, Love My Toe, D-Trick, Mr. Jesus, Dingo Donger Do, Big, Cisco, Paul Miranda, iBook Boy, Mr. Jesus, Day-Day, Paul, Jesus, Paul, Day-Day, Jesus, iBook Boy, Day-Day. Okay. I think we said everybody. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. The stream is not over, but the podcast is over. So if you're watching this live, stay tuned. Otherwise, I hope all of you guys have a great weekend. And as I always say, don't drink too much and don't drink too little. You already know what I'm going to do.